Are we live, Jim? Is this a dance show or a live show or what's going on here?
It could be a live dancing show, but not today.
Just do that instead. No, just kidding. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Tim and Jim Show. Now that Helen is totally confused and she thinks we're all wacko, we're so happy that you are here today. Helen is here from Livescale. Jim will turn the show over to her shortly, but I'm Tim Sohn here in the woods in Northeast Pennsylvania with the bears and the turkeys, and I am so happy to be here, and I'm going to turn the show over to Jim in a moment, but we wanted to tell you guys that we are excited to start accepting more sponsors for our show. So if any of you are interested in sponsoring the Tim and Jim Show, it's a great way to get your message out. We have an audience of amazing small business owners, entrepreneurs, marketers, agencies, all those different kinds of people. So if you're looking to get the word out about your business, your organization, all the things, just message me or Jim, and we'd be happy to talk to you about how to make that happen. But Jim, take it away, my friend. Where are we going now?
Where are we going? We are here. Actually, maybe I don't know if I'm spoiling the surprise, but this is at least for the foreseeable future, last episode at 4:30. Starting next week.
Breaking news.
We are moving to 11 a.m. Eastern time on same day, Wednesdays. But we're excited about the time change because, we feel bad for some of our international friends in Europe. It's kind of late there. So we love our international audience. And, heck, for that, part of today, right? Our guest is in Canada, which is, north of the United States, for those of you that may not know geography.
Thank you for the lesson.
Little fun fact. But she's also, I want to say she said she's from Hong Kong. Did I get that right? Or did I mess that up?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so she's a international woman of mystery, and she's talking about what's become one of my favorite subjects, live shopping, because as you know, Tim, I've been doing a little bit of, I guess, live selling on Amazon with Dealcasters Live with my friend Chris Stone, and also helping Denise Carbonell, artist at Heart Paint Party, produce her Amazon live show where she's teaching people how to do art projects. So this is something I don't think we really understand the impact of where I think live shopping is going. So I'm really excited to see what Helen is going to tell us about how her company is working with it through Livescale TV. And I think that, I think in the United States, we don't realize how big it is outside the United States. We're just starting to scratch the surface. So let's turn it over to Helen and let's learn a little bit about her. And I'm excited to have this conversation today.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot for having me today. So I'm Helen. I'm working at Livescale with a live shopping solution that's a leading solution in the Western world. And like Tim has mentioned and Jim has mentioned as well, like this thing is really big in Asia for live shopping. And I think that Jim has mentioned that you're actually doing live selling, right, in some of the platform. So the phenomenon is definitely coming here in the West. And what I do is basically to utilize my knowledge and expertise that I know from the Eastern world and then translate and decode them into the knowledge and actionable items for the businesses in the West, because we have to filter out the different kind of culture different. You have to adapt to the basically different kind of behaviors, and then the personality of your brand, for example, that is in the West that could be really different from the Eastern world, even though it's the same thing that we're doing here. But one thing that we do see is like live shopping is definitely something here to stay, and it's something that is starting to take over. Because I will give one solid example. In Asia, a live shopping host, what we call key opinion seller, her name is Via. Her income a year, I think it's last year, actually is equivalent to the year income of Carrefour, the chain supermarket company in China. So definitely, you know how powerful the live shopping can be and how much revenues you can generate from it. And we can also see Kim Kardashian actually went on the live shopping event in China as well. And then I think she sold like countless bottles in like a
15,000. I'm glad you brought that up. I saw that article. I was amazed. 15,000 bottles going live in China. Yeah, that was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Right?
you can see like, a lot of different kind of country, like cultures and countries and people, brands trying to get to know, because the magic of live shopping is really insane. So hopefully that today here, I'll be able to answer different kind of question. If you guys have around live shopping, is live shopping for your brand? If I'm interested in live shopping, how am I going to implement it to my brand? What will be the step, and what will be the like potential obstacle that you need to overcome as well?
And we're excited about that. We're excited. Helen, do you know how long has live shopping been around? Do you know?
I don't remember the exact year, but I remember when is it come up. It's like the first time when China has a virus situation as well, just like the situation that we're in today. That's when live streaming started to take off, because people has to really rely on that to maintain the connection with the customer. So that's when they first started doing that, but because it's so fun. So even though when the situation got better, people still continue using live shopping to shop, because you can always just ask question immediately. And it's just always fun to shop with everybody else in that specific hour, to chat in the chat as well. Because it's more like shopping together in a store, right? But you can shop with a lot more people than you can in a physical store. So it's been from then to stay until now, and it's just become a day-to-day thing for people in Asia.
That is amazing. And we should thank everyone who's tuning in. Gail is here. Hello, Gail. Stopping by to say hi. Can't stay too long, but wanted to say hello. Thank you, Gail. Linda and Trevor say, what up, what up? You are wacko. Thank you, Linda. We appreciate that. And she says she wants to be an international woman of mystery also. And Windsor, Ontario, Gail says. And Jennifer is tuning in from Montreal. So shout out to Montreal.
I told you, right? International show, right?
Yeah. And Katie Simpson from the UK is also here. So thanks for being here, Katie. Appreciate you. So what do you think, Jim? Should we dive into our conversation?
Yes, absolutely.
We should. Let's do it. So guys, today we're going to be talking about how to add live shopping to your marketing strategy. So Jim, do you want to take away question number 1 for Helen?
Yes, sir. So Helen, e-commerce has become so important, especially with the onset of the pandemic early last year. What do we mean by live shopping anyway?
So let me just start by explaining what live shopping is in general first. So basically, live shopping is a combination of social media, e-commerce, and live stream, because you'll be able to watch the live stream, hear the audio, see the video, and you can also chat with people at the same time. Up until this point, it still sounds like Instagram Live, right? But what is different between Instagram Live and live shopping is you have that really important e-commerce component, which allow you to actually make a purchase right away while you see it. And we have like quite some similar thing that is happening in different kind of social media platform. But why it's not the same as live shopping, or like why it hasn't bring like an amazing experience for our user or audience, is because whenever you're watching a live streaming show, you click on the product, for example, from Instagram, it will bring you out of the live. And then that's where you can see the product. And then when you have to finish the purchase, you're already long gone from the live stream. So you don't hear the audio anymore. You don't see the visual, which is the initial reason why you tune into that live shopping event, because you like the host. You want to enjoy the content. And the great thing about our live shopping technology is you can basically finish everything while you can still hear and see the video with your purchase and bring the product home as well. So this is basically the pretty simple and basic definition of what is live shopping. So what is live shopping means in these pandemic times, especially I would say, speaking to the brands, what does it mean for you is you have noticed that if you have a retail store foot traffic is not a thing anymore. People are not really willing to go to the store, or like they don't go to the store just for leisure anymore. They will just go when it's like necessary. So the whole game changed. You can't really rely on that. So a lot of brands start to look for a solution that can still maintain that connection and mimic that retail experience to continue to be in touch with their client and to sell things, right? And in live shopping, it do exactly that because it did a really great job as mimicking retail experience, as in people can ask you a question in the chat and then you can answer it right away. You can show it right away because it's live. You cannot edit. Right now, I cannot edit to make myself look better. I'm just me. I can't edit what I'm saying right now. It's going to be live, whatever that I'm saying, right? And this is exactly what customer, or I think many people start to be really obsessed with live streaming and live shopping for these real and authenticity. So I think this is the key point to make live shopping become so important during this time for us. And also it's the human factor. When we talk about business, we can never neglect the human factor. The fact that your audience can really chat with you, this is the connection that they miss the most in this time. And I think this is also one of the key points why live shopping take off at this point. Like it's a phenomenon that is coming, but it's been coming like slowly. People like slowly try to do that, but because of pandemic, this really accelerate a lot for both brand, like the seller, and then your viewer, the buyer side as well.
Yeah, I think that's so important what you're talking about, Helen. I mean, as I mentioned, we talked a little bit beforehand. I do a show on Amazon with my friend Chris Stone, Dealcasters Live, and we've started to see where we have the same, if we want to call them, as I know Pat Flynn talks about, super fans will join our show and we have a conversation with them. And the other piece of that, which you hit on, which is so critical, like with a Instagram or Facebook, is when I click on that link, right, it takes me away from the show and I can't find it back. And that's where these live shopping platforms like Amazon, like the ones that are going on in the Far East, are different because you're able to, kind of get that product, still stay engaged. Amazon has even taken those live stream videos and it's playing on product pages to draw people into the conversation if it's a related product. I just think it's amazing, fascinating. And I love the idea that we're doing this stuff live and not trying to like make this perfect video with no mistakes. I think it's very powerful.
Yeah, I think before the show started, I've shared a video with Tim. If you can maybe play that video, people can have like a better understanding of what live shopping is with all the fancy animation. We're better than me talking.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go.
Welcome to Livescale, where brands can stand out and sell live. Most brands leverage video, social media, and e-commerce. At Livescale, we combine all three into a seamless, fully integrated white label solution that boosts your awareness, brand engagement, and sales conversion rate. From the moment you start with Livescale, you'll have access to a brand-owned dashboard where you'll have full control over how your brand looks and feels, even which products you'd like to sell live. Your unique event URL can be shared directly to your community, wherever they may be. Newsletter blasts, SMS, or social media. Be bold. Ready to maximize website traffic? Stand out by embedding your live shopping event directly on any website. During your event, benefit from Livescale's engagement features controlled by you in real time. If sales are your objective, Livescale's integrated checkout creates a frictionless experience. Orders occur directly in your e-commerce system, and the customer doesn't have to leave the experience once. No production team? No problem. Connect an iPhone, use multiple cameras, or stream from anywhere with your favorite co-host. Post-event, view analytics in your dashboard. Download a recording for later use, and just like that, you're standing out.
I really like the music on that, Tim, as you probably saw.
Yes, Jim was dancing in the green room, so I got screenshots, of course. So look forward to them later. But that was really interesting, learning more about Livescale, Helen. And we'll talk a little bit more about the platform as we go on. But talk to us a little bit about who should use live shopping. Is it meant for larger brands? Can entrepreneurs use it? Can services use it? Can product-based companies use it? Who is it meant for?
Yeah, absolutely. While I'm talking about this, I think it will be more interesting for me to show you guys, one second, a
Sure.
different case study that we have. So,
Okay,
can
cool.
you guys see my tab right now?
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah. So here you can see we have jewelry brand, we have restaurant, we have beauty product, this is skincare, and then we have fashion items. So basically anything, any brand that can benefit from the visual marketing strategy, it's really great for you to try on live shopping. I wouldn't tell you live shopping is for everybody. For example, really straightforward. If you're a real estate company, it's probably not the best option for you because it's really difficult. You have to be a really good key opinion seller to convince someone to buy a house within an hour of live. But to tell people what is the texture of this skincare product or what is the materials that is used with this outfit, and then how do you mix and match this outfit with different kind of jewelry, it's really easy to sell and then to present it in the live shopping event, and very easy to convert from a browser to a buyer as well. So for live shopping, you can really go from product, services, even though like it's a virtual product. Let's say you want to sell a virtual course online. Like I know that Tim, you're doing a virtual course, right, for live streaming. So you can have a live shopping event, and then you can just have the event and set a theme, and then people will come and ask you questions, and then you will share your expertise. And then people were like, Tim is a really, really good live streaming expert, and I would like to take the course. And you just right below, they will be able to see the course, click the buy, and then purchase your course. The great thing about live shopping is just, I'm so sorry because I can't see you guys' face right now, so I don't know if you guys have a question I wouldn't be able to see. The great thing about live shopping, it's basically you can answer the question real time. So no matter you're selling a product, like a physical product, a virtual product that I've just given an example, like a virtual course, or you're selling a services, anything that you think explaining in a really intimate situation, like make them feel like they have a really close connection with you, they can just get the answer right away after they ask you the question, then you should try it out live shopping. And you have to test out different things as well. What kind of host will work the best for you? Is it influencer, or actually you yourself will be the best host for that? What kind of format that will work the best for you? Maybe it works the best for skincare product or beauty product to have like a flash sales, because those are items that people will just like make emotional purchase, right? It's so easy to just have impulse buy during the live shopping event. It's happened in every kind of sales season that you do, right, with this kind of product. But with something else, maybe it's a restaurant, you want to sell like a cooking, like a meal kit for them to cook at home. So maybe the format will be just a tutorial, right? And then the jewelry, maybe you just do mix and match for Valentine's Day outfit. It could be like really diverse by what kind of product that you sell, what personality that you have with your brand. I always like to say, it's actually a quote from one of our experts. It's like they think live shopping, it's a great extension of the personality of your brand. So I think if you think your brand's personality can benefit from a live connection with your customer, can amplify it, it's definitely something that you should give it a go and try it out.
That's really interesting, Helen. Have you found that certain kinds of businesses tend to get better results, through Livescale? Are there certain niches or niches, however you want to say it, that works better? Services, products, just like from your experience at Livescale, where are you seeing the best results coming from?
Yeah, absolutely. So I always love to bring our client example, Jenny Bird. This is really one of my favorite show. So brand like Jenny Bird, which is a Canadian-based accessory company, it's really perfect for live shopping event. Why? Because this brand, Jenny, the lady that you see in the monitor here, she's Jenny. So she's basically the founder and the designer of all the product. And one of the live shopping event that she did with us is she just sit in front of the camera, streaming from her mobile phone from her bedroom because it's pandemic. Everybody is at their home. So it's where she did the live shopping event. Basically what she did is in front of everybody, introduce, I'm the founder and the designer of the jewelry behind Jenny Bird. And this is the collection that I designed. This is the story behind. If I like to put these accessories to mix and match like that in my day-to-day life. And then people were like, hey, Jenny, I love your product. I would like to see, or what do you think about matching this chain to the other chain? She will just demonstrate it right away. I think for brand like that, they have a really, really great connection with the audience and the community. It's a really, really close bonded community. It works really well because, like I said, everything is about authenticity in live streaming. And these kind of brand usually have a really authentic relationship with their audience, even though already on Instagram. It's a lot of like founder filming a Instagram story to share about thoughts and the new collection. So they will definitely be able to benefit from it. So this kind of personality of brand works really well. And there's another type that we have many, many clients from these categories is skincare and beauty. And the reason is just because basically in a live shopping event, you'll be able to do a tutorial of the makeup, for example, or to answer people's question, like what kind of skin type should use what skincare product. You can ask the question to the expert that is hosting the show. And for skincare product, it's in particular important that they feel they're informed. So they felt like this is the product that best fit me. And then I'll make a purchase. So I think this is also why what makes beauty and like beauty as in like skincare and beauty as a makeup product works really well with live shopping event as well.
And I guess one of the bigger challenges I would see with a company that wants to do live shopping is the logistics piece, right? If you don't have a true e-commerce system in there that can process order fulfillment in a quick manner, I would think that's really maybe one of those factors that's going to make you decide whether or not live shopping is for you. Because I mean, if, you know, like we talked about, if all of a sudden 15,000 people wanted to buy your product and you don't have 15,000 products, that could be a problem.
Yeah, that will be a happy problem. That's sure. Jim, what Jim is mentioning is a really valid problem or a valid situation. So if you're targeting to do a lot of sales, that you want to have huge traffic that's going to have a huge order volume, you want to make sure that your e-commerce platform, your inventories are ready for that. But I guess it's a happy problem that every brand would love to solve that. But how about the kind of product that has limited piece, for example, handcraft, artwork? And we do see, I think we have a client that sells fashion items that is vintage. So there is like really limited pieces or like handmade pieces of a specific really niche fashion items. What we see from that, it's actually sometimes can be even better. There are definitely like situation that is not better, but the better situation is because they feel like they have to buy it right now. Because otherwise someone else in the live stream that is going to buy it because there's only 1-2 items that is available. And I always say is in live stream or live shopping event, it's basically maxed out the fears of missing out. Because you have an incentive of a discount that you last only within the live shopping event. Normally, I'll go on the website, I'll put it in my cart. If I still think about it in an hour, maybe I'll go back to the website and then check out my cart. But in these live, I have literally maybe 30 to an hour to think about it. And even worse is someone else might get it if it's a limited item. So is it better or worse? I think it really depends on what kind of experience the brands or want to initiate or to want their buyer to experience. If they want them to feel like, okay, I'm going to get it now, otherwise I'm going to miss the opportunity, I would say live shopping is a great solution for you. But if you really prefer that your customer has a long time to think about, to digest, to make a decision, then yes, you might not want to use incentive to pair with live shopping, but only like a chatting section that you can see the product and you can make a purchase while you feel like you're well informed.
So, so you bring up a good point. And so I guess the question I would have about this platform is, as an example, if I had a vintage piece, could I actually almost like turn it into, if you want to call it an eBay type of thing, where it's like more of an auction and the highest bidder is going to get that limited product? Or is it more of a, I've set the price and the first person to hit buy wins? How does that work?
First, I just want to say hello to Marco because I saw Marco stop by. Marco is another expert that has been like sharing a lot of great insight with our community as well. So your question is about what if like the auction mode that people can like bid. So currently with the solution with Livescale, we don't have this option, but that's a great idea. And this is also not something that I see very common in Asia at the moment, but maybe that's actually an amazing idea that we should start to explore about that. Because I think what Jim is trying to say here is just the fact that it's real time. It's making everything so exciting. And the fact that you can beat the price up, it's making it even better, right? The experience just like, oh, I'm getting something, like I'm working for it. So I think it's a really fun idea, actually. We should all think about that one as well.
All right, you heard that here first, Tim. That was, I don't know how he came up with it. It just came out of somewhere.
Yes. Well, shout out to that. Okay, guys, we're going to take a quick 15-second break but don't go anywhere because we have a 15-second amazing video from our sponsor StreamYard, who sponsors our show. And we'll be right back after 15 seconds. Here we go. Don't go anywhere. Are we back?
Doing this.
That's the Tim, Helen. You're officially have done the Tim now.
The Tim dance, yes. Come on, everybody, do the Tim. All right. Welcome back, everyone, to this episode of the Tim and Jim Show, where we're talking with Helen Lam from Livescale all about live shopping and how you can use it to grow your business. Live shopping has been especially growing throughout the pandemic. And Stefan says Jim's going to cash in on that idea. Go, Jim, that Helen was talking about before. And Stefan says the video is actually 16 seconds. Thanks for counting, Stefan. And he agrees we should all do the Tim. So shout out to that. But guys, let us know. We only have a few more minutes left in the show. Let us know what questions you have for Helen about live shopping. I'm sure she would be happy to answer any questions that you have. So Jim, do you want to take the next question for Helen?
Yeah. So Helen, how does live shopping fit into a marketing strategy?
Absolutely. So I would recommend, if you guys are trying live shopping the first time, you want to have a test or pilot series, I highly recommend to do it in special occasion, like a new product launch, or do it as a flat sales, because you want to test out what concept works best for your brand, your audience, your community. So you can fit it in the, for example, Black Friday, make live shopping as a small section within all your Black Friday strategy. You have like different kind of strategy on Instagram, you have it on Facebook, you have it on different kind of pay ad. Do a very short 30 minutes to an hour flat sales within the Black Friday show that it's only available at specific discount. That could be a great way to put it. You can do it for seasonal. Let's say it's a Valentine's Day. It's a Mother's Day. Mother's Day is coming. So maybe you do a live shopping event. If you're a skincare product, invite an expert to give you advice what product fits the best for your mom. So maybe that could be a good starting point to try to put live shopping into a marketing strategy as well. And there's one thing, when you feel like you're a bit more advanced, don't think of live shopping. It's one thing that it's only a tool that you use to sell things. Because with the live shopping solution with Livescale, you get a lot of data generated after the live shopping event. And what we observe from our client is actually they're being really, really smart on using the feature is turning a live shopping event into a very fun and interesting market research and market testing tool. So what they did is they utilized the poll function that we have to ask a client question like, oh, would you prefer to have a silver or gold color for these piece of jewelry? And then they get their answer and have a better direction of their product the next time to do more inventory on which color. And we see one brand utilizing to find out actually most of the target audience, it's mom audience, but it's the first time mommy. It's not like they only have one children, basically, that's tuned into the show. So this is also a great way to find out your audience without just sending them a survey and ask them a boring question. And then comes with it, you also have different kind of data, like where they're tuning in from, which device they're tuning in from which marketing channel that they're tuning in from. So if you want to launch a quick market test with an influencer to see if your product will work in that particular country, you can work with the influencer with the target country that you have with a live shopping event, and then you can analyze the result with these live shopping events data that you will get after the event as well. So I think this is a few couple of ways that you can try when you want to do live shopping events. Think of it as a new product launch, as a festival, or like seasonal tool to test it out if your audience find it's interesting, or utilize it to do like a market research or market testing as well.
That's really interesting. So Helen, how does it work in terms of, like, say you do your live shopping show, are you like demonstrating the product? Are you talking about some sort of topic that's related to the product? I know, Jim, I think with Amazon Live, you're not always talking specifically about the product, but you might have a guest on, talking about related items. How does that work with Livescale, Helen?
Yeah, sure. I'm just going to go ahead and share also another resources that we have.
So prepared.
Yeah, very prepared for it. I just want to make sure that everybody get their answer today. So if you want to know what sort of format, what kind of content, and what sort of host that you should be working with, should it be an influencer? Should it be your internal sales representative? Should it be yourself? Or should it be a key opinion seller, which is actually the kind of host that works the best for live shopping event? There's a resources that we created. It's called academy.livescale.tv. Basically, in here, we teach you a lot of different things. Let's take communication as an example. How do you promote an event? Oh, and then we have another expert that Stephanie actually talk about how do you repurpose the live shopping recording after you have the event done, so you can utilize the clips. Like I believe this is what Tim and Jim is doing as well. Just take the video and then repurpose it on your social media platform, put it on your YouTube channel, take a short clips to post on your Instagram story, etc. So in
Shout
these,
out to Stephanie Liu. She's amazing.
yeah, she's really, really amazing. I learned a lot from her as well. So this is basically how you can try to think of what kind of format and how to work on your live shopping event. You can just go ahead and go to academy.livescale.tv. You'll have everything that you need to know to start your first event as well.
That is great. I love all the examples and all the resources that you have on your website here. So much great information. So Helen, Jim, do you want to take this last and final question for Helen?
Yeah, and I think you touched on a little bit, Helen, with that previous present slide. But how do you promote live shopping shows?
So what we find from the real cases in the Western world, the best way to promote live shopping show is via social media channel, because I think it's the similarity of the live shopping event and the social media that's make it benefit so much from it. Because from the social media, it's really heavily visual based. So this is also the same target audience that you will want to target, because they would most likely like your live shopping event because they're visual based user, right? So utilizing, for example, Instagram to do like an Instagram live, so you can get a notification just 5 minutes before your live shopping event. It's highly recommended because you can get an instant traffic from Instagram to your live shopping event. And then apart from social media, there's also a great medium to promote your event, which is the email marketing. If you already have existing client, they probably are your loyal fans. And maybe you can organize a little bit of VIP event that is only available to your customer. Like they have to have purchased something from you before. So you can send it to your email list to tell them about these VIP event. And they will also be more likely to come to your show because they're interested in your product. And you offer an opportunity for them to have a real-time connection with you. So this is also one thing that is really cool to use it to promote live shopping event as well. But honestly, live shopping event, just like any sort of marketing initiative, and it's a live shopping event with Livescale can directly live on your e-commerce platform, your e-commerce site. So any media, any strategy that you use to promote your e-commerce website, you can also apply with live shopping event as well.
Very cool. Well, that is great information. I'm sure people were dying. Well, not dying. They were excited for this episode because live shopping has become such a thing right now. And I know Jim was excited since he's basically the king of live shopping. So, right, Jim?
No, I don't know if I'm the king, but definitely enjoying what it brings to live streaming. It is a lot of fun. You know, last night I was actually doing a demonstration of Oculus Quest, like live. Like I was actually, people were watching me play a Star Wars game on the screen, and they could see like the actual experience, the 360 virtual reality view, and they could buy the Oculus Quest while we were talking about it. And Chris was playing a theremin, which some people may not realize what that is, but he's playing the instrument. And once again, they could buy that instrument while watching the show and learning about it. So that's where I think live shopping, it's like I think it's your imagination is your only constraint. I think as and Helen hit on this, right? If you can figure out how to use multiple cameras, if you want to keep it simple, you can keep it simple. It's really going to be, what does your audience want? What is your niche? I think it's a lot of opportunity for people to get into this, and there's help needed on both sides, right? There's people that need to be in front of the camera, like the talent. There's people that need help producing it. So, producers, that's I think a new arena. How do you bring the products in and all those sort of things? It could be a lot of moving parts. And I do have a quick question if we have time, Tim, for Helen. Can anybody get involved with live stream? I mean, is there a low barrier to entry? Like if Tim and I wanted to start, selling stuff, or is it like really meant for bigger companies?
No, of course not. So we have a lot of a different tier of customer that is using Livescale solution. Currently, we are fully integrated with Shopify, and you can see Shopify, it's a lot of different kind of brand is using Shopify. It's as easy as just going to Shopify App Store and then search Livescale live shopping, and then you can download the app. And I think we've counted it's in 11 steps. Then you can from downloading the app to creating your first event. So basically, if you already have a Shopify store, amazing. Download the app, then you'll be able to create your event in 11 clicks. If you don't already have a Shopify store, you're thinking about having your own business, Shopify is one of the great platforms to start your business. So if you're on Shopify, it's the next step, and then you'll be able to use Livescale. We also, it's fully integrated with Commerce Cloud, e-commerce, Salesforce Commerce Cloud. So if your brand, your company is on Salesforce Commerce Cloud, you'll also be able to utilize Livescale service today.
Nice.
So do you have to use Shopify, or what was the other platform you said?
Salesforce Commerce Cloud. So currently today, we're integrated with these two platforms. So indeed, you will have to have an e-commerce platform to utilize our live shopping solution. But who knows what's going to happen next day? Maybe the next day we're going to have something that we can provide to you guys as well. And if you want to know if one day we will have a solution that you can utilize with our e-commerce platform, go ahead to livescale.tv and subscribe to the newsletter. You'll be the first to know.
And I guess if I wanted to shop on Livescale, do I download the app and I just start finding, people that are selling? How do we do that as a consumer?
So that's the easiest part for the user. What we want to do is we want to do a white label solution and a hassle-free solution for your customer, if you're a brand, you're a company, for your customer. So you don't have to download any app. For Instagram, if they want to see an Instagram post, they have to download Instagram. But to watch your to watch your live shopping event, all they need is to have a device that can open a website. Because when you create a live shopping event with Livescale, it's essentially a web page that we generate for you for your live shopping event. So what you can do is you can promote it via newsletter with that link. People click, they open it up. Or we have an embed feature, which allow you to embed the experience right on top of your e-commerce platform. So let's say you have a banner in your e-commerce storefront with a little button that is a call to action. So your audience basically go to your website, click that button, and then the show will open overlay. So it's as seamless as this for the viewing experience. So do they have to download an app? Do they have to log in? Otherwise, they can watch the show. All they have to do is really just to click that link or the button, wherever you want to put it, and then they will be able to enjoy the show.
Awesome.
That's great. That sounds super simple. So Helen, thank you so much for being here, and everyone for tuning in. Helen, tell people where they could find more information about Livescale and connect with you.
Absolutely. So if you feel like you're ready, that you want to book a demo to just directly go into to learn about the product, go to livescale.tv. You'll be able to get all the information about our product. But if you felt like I want to have a look of like different kind of best practices, if the live shopping is for my brand or I'm already on live shopping and I want to learn more about that, go to academy.livescale.tv. You'll be able to see all the knowledge that we accumulated there for our community to learn about live shopping and to understand if live shopping is for you as well.
That is awesome. Jim, do you have any parting words before we say see ya?
Well, I did, Tim shared for me in the comments, if you guys, Tim's got an amazing 6-week course coming up if you're wanting to launch your own live show. And if you have a live show or live events, Chris and I have become ambassadors for name.com, and you can get a .live for $1.99 by going to name.com/live. In fact, very soon, you'll be able to find the latest episode of the Tim and Jim Show at timandjim.live.
I'm excited. All right. Well, thank you, Jim. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And we will see you next week for another episode of the Tim and Jim Show. Let's dance.